I'll be sitting in the evening comes, watching the ships roll in, and then I watch 'em roll away again. Let me get my business done. On the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Ooh. Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Left my home in Georgia, and headed for the Frisco Bay. I got nothing to live for. Looks like nothing's gonna come my way. Oh. What else do I have though? Prince. Looks like nothing's gonna change. Everything seems to stay the same. I can't do what 10 people tell me to, so I guess I remain the same. Be alone. 2,000 miles I roamed just to make this dock my home. So I'm just sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Ooh, sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Alright, now I put this one bit of palette paper off to the back. I don't need it anymore. I think we'll move this one, even though I don't think I'll need anything off of here anymore, to the back. Because, why not? Just get out of the way, because we're going to need some stuff for our road. Road, where we're going, we don't need roads. Dolly, well, hello. Dolly, it's so nice to have you back where you belong. You're looking well, Dolly, we can tell. Dolly, still glowing, you're still crowing, you're still going strong. We feel the room swaying, 'cause the band's playing one of your old favorite songs from way back when. Take her rap, fellas, find her an empty lap, fellas. Dolly'll never go away, Dolly'll never go away. Alright, so I got cobalt blue, ultraviolet, ultramarine violet. I'm gonna kill this tube tonight. Sax, this is Francis. Louis, it's so nice to see you back where you belong. You're back on top. Got the mic on, right? I always have to check. Dumb enough to turn it on and, yeah, not actually have the mic live. Alright, let's see what else we need. A little more, because we're going to be mixing. Probably should separate it. Make another one over here. Blow your horn, Louie. Sing up a great big storm, Louie. Promise you won't go away. Promise you won't go away. Get a little low in the cerulean. Hey. Bum, 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 bum. And what else do we need? What else do we need? How lucky can one guy be? I kissed her and she kissed me. Like the fella once said, ain't that a kick in the head? Our room was completely black. I hugged her and she hugged back. Like the sailor said, quote, ain't that a hole in the bowl? My head keeps spinning. I go to sleep and keep grinning. If this is just the beginning, my life is gonna be beautiful. Have sunshine enough to spread. Alright. Tell me quick, ain't love a kick in the head? So, my wife, my kids, and I went to the King of Prussia Mall the other day, like yesterday, to go see the traveling Van Gogh thing. They have a little pop-up exhibit going on. It was cool. Like, will it in any way, shape, or form do you better to, than actually going to see it? Absolutely not. If you can get to the Van Gogh Museum to see these, you're 1,000 times better off. But for someone like me that has seen them, that knows they can't get to see them anytime in person, anytime soon, they work pretty well. Because I remember enough of them in person that seeing them, it helps. I can like kind of mentally time travel. So we're gonna need that one. I think what I want to do, so I might want to take care of our lining first. I'm gonna put a little bit of this over here. I'm doing this knowing damn well I'm going to have to do it again because I know I'm going to end up flubbing it at some point or another with the, oh, why is that so stiff? Okay. Bad, bad girl. I've been naughty. It's with a delicate man. And it's a sad, sad world. I will still say I have never felt as, like, dirty after a music video as I did after watching this one. Anybody remember this music video? It's just like, just wrong. Just everything feels wrong. But I need guidance to be true, and I just don't know where I can begin. Good defense, 'cause I'm feeling like a criminal. I figure if I put them on the lining on first too, I can be a little sloppier. I'll have to be careful going back to them, but I can use the paint that I'm going to use for the street to craft it a little more. For the way I am, sitting here on these evil deeds before I get them done. I know tomorrow brings the consequence at hand, but I keep living this day like the next will never come. I gotta cleanse myself of all these thoughts that I'm good enough for him. I got a lot to lose and I'm betting high, so I'm begging you before it ends, just tell me where to begin. I will say, now we didn't have much in the way of spending money for it, for the pop-up thing, but They have a lot of prints and stuff available for sale for like $1 or whatever. But because we weren't going to let our kids pick up anything, because we didn't have, like, all the stuff they wanted was like $10 each and stuff. It's like, we gotta. Right now, it was summertime. My wife doesn't work during the summer, and so we're kind of on a tight budget the whole time. So we said, it's here till October. We'll come back up at some point and pick up some stuff, because you don't have to go through the exhibit to get to the gift shop. I'll probably go through the thing again, because that's who I am. The cool thing is you get free sunflowers with admission, and with each purchase of an admission and with anything purchased in the gift shop. So we walked out with 4 sunflowers that I had to carry around the King of Prussia Mall for like another hour. That was fun, because my kids wanted to stop in the Lego store to look around, just cause. And we just sat there and sat there and sat there. And I'm carrying around sunflowers like an idiot. But we have a nice little set of sunflowers, and I'm likely going to, I don't know if I'll be able to get to a painting of them, though maybe I'll have to do them next. Truth be told, the weather today decided to go, fuck you, Brian, everything you had planned, nope. Because I had to mow the lawn, and the lawn's not mowed, so this is going to be lovely. By next week, holy shit. There's probably going to be toucans and shit living in my yard. I hear fucking capuchin monkeys in the middle of the night. Shit. Like, I'm about to call the ordinance, police on myself. So bad. Yeah, there could be ticks in that lawn. Who knows? This guy's a maniac. And then also wanted to have gone up to Villanova. Kind of wanted to get a shot of the church up there. I was going to think about using that one. A friend of mine suggested it, and I looked. That is good. It's a nice photo. It could work very well. So, but I didn't get to go out there, so I'm going to have to come up with something for the next painting quickly. Because if we do finish this up tonight, I got nothing. I really was betting on that painting, and since I don't got it, and that's a problem. I have a book. I mean, like, my journal that I keep, I write down a lot of ideas and stuff, so I just gotta go looking through there. There's another potential commission coming too, so I got to think about all that stuff. No, I don't want to listen to this. No, no, no! Go away. Go away. Go away. Alright, that's alright. Have a seat and listen. Please don't say a thing. In matters of the heart, sometimes the truth will have a sting. Don't take it personally, this is no attack. But we will never work, because I'm white, and you are also white. I only like black girls, the brown girls, the cafe au lait. The caramel girls and mocha girls just blow me away. If you're happy, and I want you to be in every fantasy. But if you're hungry, say nighty-nighty, you're just not the girl for me. I always forget him. The line, of course. He switches them up. I fuck it up. Oh, I hate vanilla ice cream. I like chocolate instead. I hope she likes the soul food with a little Wonder Bread. The roller jungle fever, 'cause that just isn't right. I am not a racist. Some of my best friends are white. I just prefer black girls, the brown girls, the cafe au lait. The caramel girls and mocha girls just blow me away. If you're a cocker, you better get blacker or else you best get out. But if you're so mystery, I like a sister, see that's what I'm talking about. Our wedding song will be ebony and ivory, and we'll sing Christmas carols round the old Kwanzaa tree. The college is not the issue here. It's dignity, it's class, it's all about her heart. Okay, it's partly about that ass. I want me some black girls, the brown girls, the cafe au lait, camel girls and mocha girls, just blow me away. If you're a hunky, you're singing the wrong key, it's the honest truth. The skin that she's dwelling in must contain melanin, that is the fountain of youth. Thomas Jefferson. Robert De Niro. David Bowie. To a certain extent. Ted Danson. Strom Thurmond! Strom Thurmond! Yeah! Get away out of here, you piece of shit, mother. Oh, motherfucker. Like I said, I know I'm going to end up, it's probably right here where I'm going to screw it up. To be told, practically everything leaves me totally cold. I hope so. I have the thing up, right? In case anybody's talking. Ah, nobody's talking. Good. Alright, good. I don't feel bad. A quiet spring, fighting vainly the old ennui. Let's do it this way. This might work better. I suddenly turn and see your fabulous face. Hit my thumb like a moron. I get no kick from champagne. Hey, let's just ruin these stretchers anyway. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. And all. So tell me, why should it be true that I get a kick out of you? Oh, you're going to be an asshole, huh? Some they may go for cocaine. I'm sure that if I took even one sniff, it would bore me terrifically too. Yet I get a kick out of you. I get a kick every time I see you standing there before me. I get a kick, though it's clear to see you obviously do not adore me. I get no kick in a plane, flying too high with some gal in the sky is my idea of nothing to do. Yet I get a kick. You give me a boot, I get a kick out of you. Chick's ticket. What was I going to say though? So I'll say, like I said, if you're getting one of these pop-ups, by all means, you know, when these Van Gogh pop-up things come to town, by all means check it out. Like I said, they're not exactly perfect. They're very interesting 3D replicas. They're a little off. There's some color issues first off that I've always said they always have issues with reproductions of. There's also a bit of a anomaly where I guess because of the way they're printing it, like I guess the way they're doing the 3D printing, they are starting things that are the flatter part of the canvas, which are not flat on the canvas, if this is making any sense. You know, like if you have, yeah, I'm trying to think of like a good thing, like to use this example. Ready? I'm gonna twist this around. You see right at the pencil sharpener, between the pencil sharpener and the speaker thing that doesn't work that I won't take down for some fucking reason, and the calendar that's from 2014. You see that little line? Okay, in between the speaker and the pencil sharpener. That's something that the guy before us put in. It looks like a piece of like plywood or something that they painted over or whatever. So it's about like a ½ inch off of the real wall. Not even, maybe an eighth of an inch. Probably is closer. If this was the Van Gogh, a real Van Gogh, imagine that as a flatter part of the canvas, you know, is that, which is an eighth of an inch off of the canvas itself. Because the way they print it, though, it prints that part as the part that's an eighth of an inch off the wall as the flat part. God, I hope this is making sense. So what happens is that it makes it a little wonky. Parts that are thicker, that I remember being much thicker, are not as thick as they appear. Parts where, like, say the painting is actually, like, the paint is cracking because it's too thick, the thickness of it was causing it to break. You can see small lines, small cracks where they were, more noticeable in person. I mean, to most people, this doesn't matter. It matters to me. I don't know. I find it very important. There's little things like that are... But again, those small cracks are why they can't make these things travel very often, because they're such a pain in the balls to make, they're so fragile. But it was really cool. It's a neat little thing. Like I said, the nice thing for me, especially, is the prints that they're selling. I used to have those prints, and I whacked it out of focus when I did that, didn't I? Okay. I used to have these prints. I used to have them all over the studio, my wall of my all over the wall of my studio during college, and then I took them down, and when I graduated, obviously, I wouldn't have kept them there if they had a choice anyway. But they were all lost at a flood after a hurricane at my parents' house. So, yeah, they had been sitting there in my parents' basement somewhere in the back or whatever, and so I had a lot. Like, I had like probably 100 some odd prints that were just poof. Yeah, and I'm talking postcards for the most part. A few larger ones. The one that really bums me out is I had a friend of my mother's. Their father had traveled to Japan, and they had gotten me a like a cloth print of like a kabuki actor. And I really loved that one, and unfortunately I don't have it anymore. I think it was something we thought we could save, but then it got put to the wrong pile or whatever, and we can't find it now, so I think it was tossed by accident. That was one I'm not going to be able to replace, obviously, but at least with this thing now here, I can buy a bunch of things that I can buy a bunch of prints that I can replace my old collection a little bit. And look, it's not like I don't have them in the complete works book that I have. But it's just a different thing of having to dig through a book to find them versus putting them on your wall and looking up. Though half the shit won't stay on the wall anyway, so I don't know what I'm going to do. Alright. I'll be honest, this is probably the most stressful part of this painting. Right here. Or not for the painting, but for this session tonight, most certainly. And like I said, I know I'm going to have to go back and touch up a couple places once we start putting the actual roadway down. There's stuff down here I already know I have to touch because it's screwed up. Perspective's a little off and stuff. Build me a raft and she's ready for floating. On Mississippi, she's calling my name. Catfish are jumping, black water's on. There's stuff there I need to go. Like just the same. Oh, black water, keep on rolling. Mississippi moon, won't you keep on shining on? Oh, black water, keep on rolling. Mississippi moon, won't you keep on shining on? Oh, black water, keep on rolling. I don't think this is still wet, right? No, it's all dried. Okay. Yeah, keep on shining your light. Gonna make everything, baby, gonna make everything alright. And I ain't got no worries, 'cause I ain't in no hurry at all. That's good. Might as well use this because we already put the damn oil into it, you know. And there ain't, I don't care. Don't make no difference to me. Just take that sweet one I'm calling about. I'd like to hear some funky Dixieland band. And I've been buying everybody drinks alright. A little bit of the chromium should gray it out a little bit. I know a thing or two about colors. I don't really, but my favorite quote from Manet is, "Every painting is like jumping in the water and not knowing how to swim." Everything, babe, gonna make everything alright. And I ain't got no worries, 'cause I ain't in no hurry. You're some funky Dixieland, pretty mama, gonna take me by my hand. By the hand, take me by the hand, pretty mama, gonna dance with your daddy all night. Like to hear some funky Dixieland, pretty mama, gonna take. Let's get all that mixed in there. Night long, I like to hear some funky Dixieland, pretty mama, come and take me by the hand, by the hand. Take me by the hand, pretty mama, come and dance with your daddy all night. Like to hear some funky Dixieland, pretty mama, come and. Take me by the hand, pretty mama, come and dance with your daddy on. I'd like to hear some funky Dixieland, pretty mama, come and take me the hand, by the hand, take me by the hand. I did have a little bit of a chuckle because, you're at this exhibit, all right, like I said, this traveling show. Because it's a different experience, I guess they definitely had people like coming in to talk to you a little bit or whatever, and so they've got these people that, and I think they work, at least the two of the people, or one of the person that talked to us. There was another person that was sitting down that she didn't talk to us, but she eventually spoke to this other guy, and they were definitely speaking Dutch. I have no idea what they said because I don't speak Dutch, despite the. As I say, sometimes I have a voice in my head that yells at me in Dutch. I don't really hear voices, don't worry. It's just a metaphor for when I don't feel like I'm living up to my job as Vincent's apprentice. But the guy comes up and he starts talking to us a little bit about the paintings and or the replicas of the paintings, and he's talking about the some of the ones that he had. And I tried to make it quick to be like, I remember seeing this one at Van Gogh's, and we have a copy of that, and we saw that, another version of that out in the museum in Chicago, and, trying to kind of make it clear. But then there was another girl comes up out of nowhere, and it looks like she was somebody, probably from this area or something, that was hired to work for the Van Gogh Museum's pop-up thing. Maybe works for the mall or something. And she goes up, you have any questions? And I was like, or they look at her like, darling, I've forgotten more than you would ever be able to answer. It's like I just wanted to explain to these guys sometimes, like, look, in this room alone, hold on, ready? In this shitty studio with, I got one bookshelf. 1, 2, 3. Hold on, let me move this box. There's nothing in that box, right? Okay, yeah, go over there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 Van Gogh books in this room alone. I have at least 2 or 3 more upstairs, and not counting, there's a book one of my studio mates had given me senior year. She'd found it on like a discount sale for it's a bunch of poems called I Vincent. So I'm not counting that one because it's not legitimately directly related, and it's not, knowledge based. It's, whatever. Boom, 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 boom. Lost again, broken and weary, unable to find my way, tail in hand, dizzy and clearly unable to just let this go. I am surrendering to the gravity and the catch me, heal me, lift me back up to the sun. I choose to live. It was cool. They were saying there was going to be 7 paintings from the Van Gogh Museum that will be coming to the U.S. Next year. Unfortunately, it's down in the Houston area. So I guess I'll have to tell my Houston friends. Be on the lookout. They said it's next year in 2019, so dizzy and clearly unable to just let this go. I am surrendering to the gravity, the unknown. Catch me, heal me, lift me back up to the sun. I choose to live. I choose to live. I choose to live. Catch me, heal me, lift me back up to the sun. Help me survive the bottom. Tomorrow creeps in its petty pace from day to day until the last syllable of recorded time, and all our yesterdays have lighted fools the way to dusty death. But tomorrow, I don't know. Again, my son's got his belt test. It always runs long. I'm probably going to put up a recording I had done while we were on vacation for a Let's Draw a Bit episode. So I guess it'll be like episode 5. Though technically I did this one before the original Let's Draws aired. There's some stuff that's, I'll be honest, is repeating from the first one. And it cuts off kind of abruptly because I lose my eraser. And it's a needed eraser, and I didn't want to accidentally have it stepped on or rolled over because we were in an in a hotel or whatever, and it was the type of hotel that if you sneeze wrong in it, they're going to charge you later when you leave, So I was like, I really don't want to accidentally run over with the chair or whatever, or step back and suddenly I've grinded the needed eraser into the carpet. So thinking road because I'm literally painting the road. God. One day I'll be able to speak English. Me fail English? That's impossible. Just put your head down on the desk and go to sleep, Ralph. Ooh, sleep! That's why I'm a Viking. I am just a stream of consciousness tonight. I just. All right. Like Matthew McConaughey. All right. And I gotta be honest, I've been playing Rocket League again for the past few days. I have not touched my house flipper game for a while. Been practicing a lot, And then I go online and I start playing. And now I changed my PC account name to be Toy Yoda. Alright, just to be stupid and whatever. It's a thing with cars. So anyway, forget it. Anyway, I was for a while. Anybody who's ever played Rocket League knows that if you try to talk in the game, it's just garble. It very rarely works properly. But I think I was actually getting at least one night, getting some good connection through the voiceover chat. So I was actually vocally chatting in the game, trying to throw people off of their game. So I'd sit there and talk like Yoda during the game. And I haven't done that in the past few games. I really should, because I think it did throw off the other team. Now, one time I got somebody banned because they went off on me in the chat after the game, after we beat them, and they called me all sorts of fun names, and then I reported their ass, and then I got a pop-up on the last time I logged in or whatever. Or, not last time, but the next time I logged in, which was yesterday. And it was, thank you for your assistance. We were able to, you know. He used derogatory terms I do not enjoy, let's put it that way. If he just called me an asshole or a fuckface or something like that, he probably would have been, I would have just let it go. But he used slurs that, I don't agree, you know. There's no reason to go there, dude. Let's put it that way. You go there and I'm booting your ass. I'll see to it. I'll send complaints to the Psionics on their damn Facebook page about you. I had another guy the other day that we were playing with, and it's funny because it's like there comes a point when you're being super toxic, you know, because dude, somebody missed the puck, the puck or the ball, you know, like, and you just want to like explain to this guy, like, first off, you're in the same level of play that we are, you know, Plat 1, Plat 2, like, yeah, I'm bouncing back and forth between the two of them all the time. All right, I'll get up as high as like Plat 2, Division 3, and then I'll just sink. And you want to explain to this dude, like, you're in the same area that we are. So you're not a Rocket League god, you know? You're not that much better than anybody if you're better than any of us at all. So quit saying about how this person sucks and this person doesn't know, you know, this person should play better, or, you know, blah, blah, blah. It's like, dude, shut the fuck up. Like, just in the end, just shut the fuck up. You know, and the thing that's funny is, we were on a team together, and we won, and, you know, like, there had been one where my car backflipped instead of double jumping, which sucks. I hate it every time it happens. And that's mostly due to my controller. I have a piece of shit controller that I use in my PC account. I gotta get replaced, but... or I could use one of the other ones that but the problem is my son is constantly switching controllers all the day during the summer. So, like, nothing ever has a charge. So it's, you know, it's kind of a pain in the balls. You know, I gotta use this piece of garbage one that's broken on the inside. You can hear, actually, if you shake the controller, you'll hear it rattle. So something's fucked up inside. So stuff happens sometimes where, you know, what should be a double jump ends up like it almost reads it too quick, or like it sticks it, so I end up going backwards. Like the controller part sticks, whatever. So, you know, happens, okay? Again, I'm not a grand champ or anything like that. I'm not even near, you know. If I touched diamond once, I'd, like, probably just blow up in my head, like, you know. But regardless, we ended up, you know, so I missed a goal, and, you know, and got us, you know, I think we were tied at that point. I think we at one point went under, but we ended up coming back and winning. With not much help from him. I mean, he ended up getting MVP, but it was like probably by about 10 points in Rocket League points. Doesn't matter. Between like me and him, but because he gets MVP, he gets more points at the end of the game. So it looks bigger than it was. And then the next round, he was on the opposing team against us, and I was very happy for that because then when we beat his ass, it was just beautiful. Because he was just as toxic to them And I was just ready to tell them, like, guys, he's going to be shit to you. But I was like, nah, let them find out on their own, because this way it'll help me win. Because it got to the point where he was getting pretty toxic with us when we were playing on the same team. That sometimes you get to the point where it's like the guy's so toxic, you're like, well, you know, fuck you. I'm just going to lose on purpose at this point. Just don't have to play with your stupid ass. You know? I've done it where I've had a toxic teammate. I'll just sit there and ride around the rink for, you know, the rest of the game. I'll turtle as much as I can before the game tries to kick me. My funny Valentine, sweet comic Valentine, you make me smile with my heart. Your looks are laughable, unphotographable. Yet you're my favorite work of art. Your figure, less than Greek. Is your mouth a little weak? When you open it to speak, are you smart? Don't sing to here for me, not if you care for me. I like to talk about the shows I watch and try not to spoil anything. Try to be good. So my wife and I have been watching Hemlock Grove. We're just finished up episode 7 of the final season. And I gotta be honest, I have no idea how they're wrapping up all these fucking open plot holes. Yeah, in 3 hours. I mean, I don't want to say plot holes, I should say plot threads. So they're not holes yet until they're not resolved. Don't change your hair for me, not if you care for me. Stay, little Valentine, stay. Each day is Valentine's Day. Now the trick of this road will be to make it, it's a road, so it's not going to be crazy with the amount of detail on it, you know. I mean, when I took the photo, it was wet, so I could have, but we're trying to kind of avoid that whole thing. I mean, it's gonna be semi-reflective, but it's not gonna be like crazy as it is in the photo. But the trick will be to make it so it's not so plain that your eye kind of generates right to it because everything else is busy. But you don't want to make it so busy that it takes away from everything else too. Come to mine high, small talk. My heart. So I can't sing along this. This is all in German and I don't speak it. Very beautiful, though. So the only thing I really know is when it comes to mind how. It's the only part I can really understand clearly. I did chuckle a little bit though. I'm gonna go back to the Van Gogh thing because I don't really know what to talk about right now. Nobody's else talking, so if I can talk, I'm gonna talk about whatever I can think of. They have a little thing on the outside of the exhibit for the kids to color. They have 2 replicas of Van Gogh's bedroom, and they said, leave your mark here or whatever, blah blah. And so my 2 went down there to start trying to, they're starting to color in little areas. Sophia went to color in the blankets on the bed. And I had to crack up because she was definitely, it seems, trying to mimic the brushstroke as much as she could. Like if you pay attention to Van Gogh's bedroom and you see the brush, and I should say specifically of the one out in, the Van Gogh Museum. He did like the outline area of where the brush, and then he kind of blobbed inside of it. I should have been really careful. I could have fucked that up. Anyway, as clumsy as I am, I can bet you if my wife was watching that, she just started having like a little heart attack, knowing how important this commission is for us right now. Anyway, but it's funny. I was cracking up because Sophia definitely was trying to mimic that, and then meanwhile, Vincent, on the other hand. My son, not the artist that's been dead for over 100 years. Just in case you're confused. I told them how if you look at, what they had done as, I guess, as a examination of the bedroom, was they had found that there was a pigment mixed in with the walls and everything that everyone, they look at it and you see it almost looks like a light blue. But Vincent described in his letters as violet. And so this caused them to decide to do some digging into why. And they found that in the, on a microscopic level, they found traces of paint known as red madder lake, which Vincent used a lot. There's the painting Le Bercuse, and there's what looked like white peonies behind her on the wall. But they were pink originally. He describes them as pink in his description of them. And again, same thing, they found this bits of red madder lake. And red madder lake degrades over time. So what's been determined is that they really were violet. It was, a mixture of blue and red madder lake, and it degraded in time. And so I was explaining that to them, and so Vincent took his, he was doing the other one. They can't do the same one together. So he started doing a little bit of the wall. He put some red in there, then he put in some of the blue on top of it. So he's trying to make it, to have a little bit of a violet, appearance, since they did not have an actual violet crayon or whatever for them to use, or pencil or whatever they were using. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That got loud. Everything gonna be alright this morning. Oh yeah. Bow down, down, bow down. Bow down, bow down. When I was a young boy, about the age of 5, my mama was gonna be the greatest man alive. Now I'm a man, way past 21. I can tell you, baby, That get a little messier. I have lots of fun. I gotta be careful when I get near too close to the edge because I could splatter it all over my goddamn computer. I'll tell him. A child. And that me bang bang. No be. Oh child. Why? That mean managed boy. I mean, I'm a full grown man. A man. I'm a natural born lover's man. A man. I'm a rolling stone. A man. I'm a hoochie coochie man. I'm a sitting on the outside. That's standing my mate. Made it to move, honey. Come up 3 hours late. Man. I spell them. A child. And that mean brain man. No B. Oh child. Why? That mean managed boy. And I'm a grown man. I'm a man. Not a born lover's man. I'm a man. I'm a rolling stone. Oops, see, that's where I screwed up. Hoochie coochie man. Told you it was gonna happen. No born truth. I never miss. But I wake up to a woman. She can't resist. I'm ready to go down. Come back out my second cousin. That little Johnny Cockaroo. You all girls. Sit down and I can make love to you, woman, in 5 minutes time. Ain't that a man? I spell him. A child. And that mean man. They'll be a child. Why? That mean managed boy. A man. I'm a old man. I'm a man. I'm a extra born lover's man. Man. I'm a rolling stone. I'm a man child. Hoochie coochie man. I'm a man. Well. I think I gotta be careful of this. Every now and then I come across these little... What the hell did I scrape off? There's something I was working on and the painting just started to go south, and so I ended up having to like scrape off half of the shit that was on there. And yeah. Alright, let's try to clean up some of the excess we have on there. Let's get it off of there. Especially because we're going to have to get deep into like these little areas real quick up here. I'm not going to try to do this with, for this area here. That's going to go thin brush. But I think I can pull it off with this. This here's a jam for all the fellas. Try to do what those ladies tell us. Shit shot down cause you're overzealous. Play hard to get females, get jealous. Okay, smarty, go to a party. Girls dance about themselves body. You're standing on the wall like he was Poindexter. Next day's function, high-class munching. Food is served and you're stone-cold munching. This comes on, people start to dance, but you ate so much you nearly split your pants. Girl starts walking, guys start gawking. Sits down next to you and starts talking. Says she wanna dance 'cause she likes the groove. So come on, fatso, and just bust a move. Hey, hey, huh? Just bust a move. On a mission, and you're wishing someone could cure your lonely condition. Looking for love in all the wrong places. No fine girls, just ugly faces. Some frustration, first inclination is to become a monk and leave the situation. Hang yourself with a celibate rope. That's why I'd be a monk like Matsubishi. Talked about pork and hookers all the time. Just saying, if you're gonna be a monk, be like Matsubishi. If you want it, baby, you got it. You want it, you got it. Baby, you got it. In the city, ladies look pretty. Guys tell jokes so they can seem witty. Tell a funny joke just to get some play. Then you try to make a move and she says no way. Girls are faking, goodness saking. They want the man who brings home the bacon. You got no money and you got no car and you got no woman. And there you are. Some girls are sadistic, materialistic. Looking for a man makes them opportunistic. So that a brother with money can be their man. So on the beach you're strolling, real hot rolling. Everything you have is yours, not stolen. Girl walks up with something to prove, so don't just stand there, bust a move. Just bust a move. One of the guys at the exhibit, again, he was talking about wheat fields under thunderclouds. He says about how Vincent described how he's feeling lonely, and he considered the painting very desolate, and he didn't see it that way as the viewer. And I was like, I said to my wife on the way home, I said, you realize like that's kind of a thing for a lot of us. Not every artist. I don't want to ever generalize like that. There's some that, God bless you, you see the joy in life all the time. And good for you. But I said, a lot of times it's because we're feeling so separate that, we search for those elements of beauty that we don't ever feel really part of. Now you're feeling really firm, but the girl is stacked. Your breath is jumping, bass is pumping. Look at your girl, your heart starts thumping. Move it, boy. Alright, let's see here. It's funny, I'm almost half tempted to make this thing take till tomorrow. There's a good chance it will, but there's a chance it'll get finished tonight. It's hard to tell. We got 2 hours at least. No, I'd probably like to go and spend some time with the wife before bed, so yeah, probably 2 hours. Unless I get like really caught up, but usually 10 o'clock's a good time for Sunday nights to wrap up. To me or far. It's definitely a Frank night apparently. Where you are, I think of you. Day and night, night and day. Why is it so? Definitely have to start making up different like playlists. Because right now I pretty much either rely on just throwing my shit on, shuffle. And again, if you've watched this channel anytime before, you've seen me at some point bitch about how terrible, and I'll do it again, how terrible Amazon's shuffle is. Amazon Music, Prime or whatever. Um, There's an old such a hungry yearning burning inside of me, and its torment won't be soon till you let me spend my life making love to you, day and night, night and day. My wife was watching the Golden Girls earlier, and there was an episode where Sophia kind of, falls for somebody, she says she hasn't felt this way since Dorothy's father or whatever, and they finally show him, and it was frickin' Cesar Romero. Night and day. And he still had that damn face caterpillar. And I guess it goes to show difference in writing from, 80s sitcoms versus modern ones, I guess. Because there's no way in a modern sitcom they wouldn't have gotten away with the fact that, at some point someone would have said that, oh, this guy's a real joker, There's no way they would have passed that up. This money for you follows wherever I go, and the roaring traffic spoon with islands of my lonely room. Under the heart of me, there's such a hungry yearning inside of me. Until you let me spend my life making love to you day and night. Alright, look, Frank, I like sex as much as the next person, but if you're going to spend all, night and day making love to her, Jesus Christ, dude. There's going to be some chafing involved. And there I am once again, bringing the class of this channel right up. Take that, art historians. Find the records of this shit somewhere, and you'll be like, oh, look at that. He was making this painting for his friend, and oh, look, he talks about chafing when having sex. Throw his paintings out in the trash. I'm gonna pop some tags. Only got $20 in my pocket. I'm hunting, looking for a come up. This is fucking awesome. Walk up in the club like, what up? I got a big cock. Now I'm just pumped up. Some shit from the thrift shop. Ice in the fringe is so damn frosty that people like, damn, that's a cold ass honky. In the hell deep into the mezzanine, just in all gator shoes. Those are greens. Go sitting next to me. Probably should have washed this. Smells like R. Kelly's sheets. Piss. Shit. It was 99 cents. About to cap in it. Go and get some compliments. Plus, spend up on those moccasins. Someone else has been walking. Save my money, and I'm hella happy. That's a bargain, bitch. I'm gonna take your grandpa style. No, for real. Ask your grandpa. Can I have his hand me down? Thank you. And I'll slip us. Good brown leather jacket that I found. I had a broken keyboard. I bought a broken keyboard. Bought a ski blanket. Then I bought a kneeboard. Hello, my game's man. I can make him throw wings, make it cool, sell those. The sneakerheads will be like, oh, he got the Velcro. I only got $20 in my pocket. I'm hunting, looking for a come up. This is fucking awesome. Well, I'm gonna pop some tags. So this is where it comes into problems again for me because of the setup, and I have to keep this thing here. it makes it so I can't get up and do the stuff I normally would do to make it easier to reach this area over here. Granddad, some of that plaid button-up shirt, because now I'm up in her skirt. Grandma, auntie, and mommy, and mammy, I take the second empty pajamas and I rock that motherfucker. I see with the socks in the motherfucker. They hit the party and they stop in that motherfucker. They're like, oh, that Gucci, that's hella tight. Like, yo, that's $50 for a t-shirt. Limited edition, let's do some simple edition. $50 for a t-shirt, that's some ignorant bitch shit, I call that. I think I've posed this question on here before. I don't know, because I know I didn't get an answer. I just, I was, my wife and I were watching TV, like, she's watching the Golden Girls. And the channel it's on, and I don't remember which one it was. It's MeTV or something like that, whatever. Doesn't matter. Might be another channel now. I don't know. They change names sometimes, so often I forget. Anyway, yeah, it's all sorts. There's all sorts of crazy ads. I mean, it'll go from, you know, stuff about, you know, I'm trying to think of a good example. Like, you know, you'll do something with insurance, and then like they'll go over one for, you know, like Jif fucking snack bars or something like that. And I was saying to my wife, I'm like, I don't get it. I've never once that I can really think of outside of when I was a kid. All right, so well, that bald spot back there's getting there, isn't it? Anyway, time to shave my head soon. That's gonna look really scary. Anyway, it's definitely forming. Anyway, no, we were just talking about like. Yeah, it's like I've never found myself since I've been a grown-up buying anything based on commercials. Like I don't know. Like maybe part of it is because I know that so many large corporations are soulless beasts, and I have no interest in them. You know, though I end up. I mean, like, look, there's some I buy. I mean, LG's a big company, but we buy our TVs are LGs usually, or Samsung, because I like them. That's mostly due, though, to the fact that I sold their TVs, and those are the ones I sold and never had to worry about. Like, I almost never got those back, you know? The other one I slipped up over there, and I went over too hard. Yeah, but like I think about the insurance ones especially. Like I just think to myself, I never once considered changing insurance companies because of a stupid ass commercial. And for the most part, insurance commercials always seem to fall under like one of the two categories. Like you've got like the Geico Progressive ads, which are just fucking wacky. You have, you know, the what's it called? What's the one? Farmers and State Farm, which tend to do more of a sort of funny, but sort of at least represent things that they might do on occasion. You know, like it actually shows them, quote unquote, you know, resolving a claim or whatever, you know, or but in some weird way to try to make it memorable to the viewer of the commercial. It just cracks me up. I don't know. I just never understood it. It's just never compelled. I don't know. School's out with fever. School's out. Come completely. Even this, like I've said, many times, by far my favorite commercials always seem to involve Alice Cooper for some reason. And Alice Cooper still can't get me to buy shit. Not that I'm a huge Alice Cooper fan, but the commercials themselves are funny. I mean, he's alright. I don't want to say I'm not an Alice Cooper fan either. Alice, if you're watching, buy a painting. You got the money. Hook a brother up. And they'd be like, buy from Staples. I'd be like, fuck you. I have no idea what I'm saying now. So it's very stream of consciousness night tonight. I don't know why. Alright. Fix all these fuck ups. Then we'll get to the middle part and I'll fuck it up some more, and then we'll get to the actual detailing on the ground, and then we'll fuck it up really badly. Yeah, fuck that one up. The other way now. Go back. There we go. Alright, let's try to get in some of these. I said there's just going to be a problem for me because it's like I normally would step over here, but I can't because there's a fucking table there. So it is what it is. Now we can start to like thicken these up a little bit too. So nice thing is the yellow will pick up a little bit of that bluish tint, and it'll kind of make like almost like a pseudo line, a pseudo outline there, because it'll take it and make it like a slight tinge of green. That's definitely more on the blue side, so we'll have to pick that up from here. Got too much of the yellow still in there. Just beat that out of there. It's not too bad to get a little bit in there, because it like onto the into the deeper part of the blue, to have a few bits of yellow touching in there. So again, there was a storm going through, but again, like I said in the last one, because even though there's clouds, light's still getting through. There's still sunlight coming through. It's maybe next to impossible to see. We always think of it as just gray clouds for the most part, but you got to realize that if the clouds were really blotting out the sun entirely, it would go pitch dark. So to have little traces of yellow, touching this this road works for us. It's terrible. I couldn't think of the word road. Today is a brain misfire day. part of me screwed up because since I took off Friday and I did the extra bonus painting day on Friday, to get this far ahead. I've been arguing all day with my head like what day of the week it is. Like, seems like, it should be, I should already be back to work because, I woke up yesterday completely fucked up thinking it was Sunday. Then this morning, with intentions to do actual things in the house, or, around the house because I had to mow the lawn, but never got to mow the lawn because of the fucking rain. So now I've just been sitting around like a lazy lump all day. And now it's like, okay, well, what day is it now? I'm not looking forward to this week of work at all. This is like the week that, I wish I had more time off. I'd probably just take off. I'm sure my boss would say no, because the reason I don't want to go in is because he's visiting from Atlanta. He's coming in to talk to us about our reviews. Got to get out of that place. I refused. I cannot have another, I kind of gave myself a mental, I can't have another birthday there. If it's approaching June 18th next year, 19th is my birthday. If it's approaching June 18th next year, and I'm still at that shithole, I think I'm just going to leave. Consequences be damned. Go wait tables in the meantime or something, I don't care. Alright, so we'll get this done and then we'll be able to detail it. And hopefully it doesn't take too long. Time I got shit. God, I can't believe I look at an hour and a half and think to myself, oh, I'll never get this done in that time anymore. It used to be so fast. Admittedly, the paintings were messier then. I feel like for the most part I make smarter choices now, but it's usually after deliberating for a long time on them. Everything I'm doing today is stuff I thought about as far back as probably Thursday. I mean, sure, there's going to be some audibles, but for the most part, it's all been plotted in my head. I feel like the road will be the part that really determines whether or not the sky's officially finished. If anybody remembers when I first did the sky, I was like, it feels finished now, but I may decide otherwise. I mean, right now I think it's fine. I think if everything looks like I want it to on the road by the time it's said and done, the sky's finished too. Ah, sweet Lord, my Lord, oh, my Lord, I really want to see you, I really want to be with you, I really want to see you, Lord, but it takes so long, my Lord, my sweet Lord. My Lord, and my Lord. I always crack up when I think about George Harrison. I hope this comes clean, and I hope people understand it. Like, because I want to make sure everyone understands. I adore him. He's a phenomenal musician. Okay? I think he is fantastic. And yet he was third string on the Beatles. That's fucking mind-blowing how much talent was in that band. Now, I always say, a friend of mine told me for years he didn't like the Beatles. And I told him flat out, I said, you just haven't heard enough. And he was like, what? And I'm like, you may not like a certain element of the sound of the Beatles. I said, but they did so much shit. Some entering heavier blues, riffs. Some entering, into much more experimental, trippy shit. And some, the classic when they first came out Beatles. If you think about that, you just haven't heard the Beatles song you like yet. And he was like, oh, whatever, man. And then, probably 3 months later, he comes up to me and he goes, dude, I heard the song While My Guitar Gently Weeps by the Beatles. And I was like, yeah? He goes, fucking love it. I was like, I told you. Told you all that time ago, man. You just hadn't heard enough. That's all it takes is... I said, I figured you'd be a George man. And usually it's someone tells me they don't like the Beatles. It's like, go listen to one of the George Harrison songs. Krishna, Hare Hare, Hallelujah. That's what Dalai Lama. Dalai Lama. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Alright. Oop, no. So that's one to put. Huh. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Oh, fuck that one up bad. Ooh, that's bad. Ooh, and that one. Wait, screw that up, Brian. Like I said earlier, this is when I start hearing the Dutch voice in my head and yelling at me. I don't know what the hell it's saying, but I hear it. Sometimes he yells at me in French with a Dutch accent. That doesn't really happen, don't worry, guys. It's just a metaphor. I was joking around because if you haven't noticed, if you haven't seen it, they're making Van Gogh Vans, the sneakers. And my wife was like, "Yeah, did you see that?" And I was like, "Yeah, I did." And I was like, "That's just what I need, to have a set of sneakers because one of them is Van Gogh's self-portrait from the time in Paris. Well, one of the self-portraits. The more famous one was the canvas and the blue. And, it's all right. It's one of the more well-known ones from Paris. Anyway, probably his second most famous self-portrait next to the one with the ear cut off. Anyway, I digress. So they got a shoe with that, and I said, oh, that's just what I would need. I said, so I can look down at my feet and see him staring back at me, telling me how I'm not working. You know? No matter what I was doing. Be my job, and I would just hear how I'm not working. That's what I think all day anyway. That does become the bit of the contrarian incident that, you know, that always becomes a trouble to surpass mentally. If you ask me like what I do, you know, like if we're meeting for the first time, you say, what do you do? I say, I'm a painter. And you say, oh, you know, now usually people go, oh, house paint? No, like fine artist. Oh, you do paintings? Oh, you sell paintings? No. I don't sell very many. Well, how do you live off of it? Oh, I don't live off of it. I work a shithole job. And well, what did you do there? Well, get beat up for a living. You know, emotionally. An emotional punching bag. I thought about saying that I'm in waste management, you know, because I deal with everybody's shit. You know, everybody unloads their shit on me. So. I just thought that would be an entertaining one to tell people. Meow, 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 meow. Well, I'm standing next to a mountain. I chop it down with the edge of my hand. Well, I'm standing next to a mountain, and I chop it down with the edge of my hand. Alrighty, alright, let's get these done. Oh, get in there, get in there. How can we shit? While we're here, let me take a little bit of that and a little bit of that. I need a little more of that, actually. A little more over here. Take from under there. Oh, that won't work. Never mind. No, never mind. That won't work. That's not what I need. I need over here. Oh, we're working on it. We can use that though. Right back to you. One of these days. Before I forget about it. Me to take up all your sweet time. I'll get right back one of these days. I won't meet you no more in this world. Let me meet you on the next one. Now don't be late. Don't be late. 'Cause I'm a voodoo child, voodoo child. Hey, hey, hey. I know it with all that. Are you kidding me? That fucking French Ultramarine's already dead? Come on, dude. There we go. That's much better. Just need touches of it, man. Don't be a pain in the balls. Half my painting process tell my paintings not to be a pain in the balls to me. Like, just don't be a douchebag. Don't be a douchebag and we can be cool. Bow, 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 bow. Oh. Whoa. How's that look to you guys? Waking up, touching us. Wow, that's out of focus again, isn't it? Okay, well, let's... Yeah. Checking out on the bus. Alright, let's see here. Try to get it back into... so you can actually see the whole thing, right? Alright, sorry. I know. Eventually this will stop. Don't worry. Eventually get a good camera and not have this jerry rigged up. It's coming soon. Coming soon. I swear to God. Radioactive. Breaks like it's a revolution, I suppose. Leave it right in. Whoa. I'm breaking in, shaping out, checking out on the prison bus. This is it, the apocalypse. Whoa, I'm breaking up, I'm feeling it in my bones. Love to make the sister close. Welcome to the new age. to the new age. Welcome to the new age. I'm radioactive, radioactive. I'm radioactive, radioactive. Systems go. Sun hasn't died deep in my bones. I'm waking up, I feel it in my bones, like to make a stubble melt to the new age. To the new age. I'm radioactive, radioactive. I'm radioactive, radioactive. Nope. Slam, da da da, da da da. Let boys be boys. Slam, da da da, da da da. Another one. Look at that one. This is sound grimy. Come together now. That means you can do that. On right. Oh my God, I'm so high. Alright. Again, giving little details to like making sure like, you know, the dirt kind of bleeds over. But to make that kind of work, we're gonna have to kind of tap on the dirt and tap on the, you know, kind of like flip-flop them a little bit. Come on, give me something on there. Come on, it's masked out. So in other words, taking a little bit of the blue, go back up on top of the brown that we did the other day, and then take some of the brown and go back under the... You got busted. Then plant the pot. Mind so. Sit you in your face, so slam. Da, da, da. You know what I mean? Like if it has like kind of a rough edge there, that's gonna. My people in stance, give me the microphone before I busted my pants. My man is polluted. So everywhere is still underviewed. I feel used and abused. Excuse me. Example. The inspiration for a whole generation. 10 sticky fingers. Alright. Yeah, I'm thinking it's not going to be tonight. Damn it. Just because I'm getting caught up in all these little things, and I know. I've got an hour left after this, so... hour and 15 minutes or whatever, right? If I were to stop right now. So, alright, tomorrow night. Tomorrow night should be... provided I can get in here earlier. That's my biggest concern. So you guys think I should risk it and just leave that, you know, hope I can get back here in time? Or do you think I should, you know, maybe put on the let's stroll a bit and then just cut it when it's time, you know, like if it's a mother, can you keep him in the dark for a while? Can you hide him from the weather world? Whoa, mother, mother, gonna take your daughter out tonight. Gonna show her my world. Whoa, mother, not about to see your way. But if you wanna find hell with me, I can show you what it's like. Not about to see your way. But if you wanna find hell with me, mother, tell your children not to hold my hand. Tell your children not to understand. Whoa, mother, do you want to bang heads with me? Alright, alright, alright. Not about to see your light. But if you want to find hell with me, gotta have it right on the tip. I just don't want it on the tip. Let's give it a little highlight. That's all. There's a little bit of magic there. Suddenly 3 dimensions. And if you want to find hell with me, that's too much. That's too much. That's too much. Too much. No más. No más. I think it's mamicidal. I think it's very vital to rock around. That's right on time. That's right. That's right. Oh, it's tricky to rock around. To rock around. That's right on time. It's tricky. How is it? Tricky, 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 tricky. It's tricky to rock around. Ew. Too tricky. Met this little girlie. Her hair was kind of curly. Went to her house to bust it out. I had to leave real early. All they just say is please me. Some time to rock a rhyme. I said it's not that easy. What else we're gonna need? We're gonna need some French ultramarine. The ultramarine violet won't work without this. I know it. I know it. Instinct tells me I should do it. And when I listen to my instinct, bad shit happens. Oh wait. It's a pity because it's not. It just don't mean nothing. They know who's inside. Alright, so I'm just going to start in kind of an obvious place for me. There's reflections on the road from the barn, so it's a good place to start. Just try to pattern it out a little bit. Wake up, people, take up most of all of my time. Let's say, pick up a rhyme. People dragging cause they think I'm a star. I was telling like I'm wearing, think they're going too far. Follows Daryl. Now she's jocking Jay. Cause I'm on TV. They even bother my poor father cause he's down with me. Say, tricky, 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 tricky. It's tricky to rock around, That's but you assume on your own. Coke and lots of dope, but we just leave it alone. It's like that, y'all, but we don't. Cause this is it. And part of this gets screwed up because again we didn't put in the what's it called, the telephone pole. Can't think so long for these words sometimes. This is already not working at all like I wanted it to. Whew, goody, 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 goody. That means it's going to be even longer. That's wonderful. And that thing I said earlier about making better choices, I think I fucked that up. I don't think it's impossible to save. It's just this area specifically is like the hardest part because it's got to try to capture the reflections of the stuff here. It's not doing too bad a job. It's not great, but let's see here. We'll throw this in. Let's make that a little stronger actually instead of weaker. You know, it's got to have all those little moments in there. It's gonna bleed funny and, you know. And at the same point, you gotta kind of make sure that the road color stays consistent through it too. So you kind of constantly... This is one of those moments where I really do wish I had a little more freedom from these things so I could step back. But I know if I put them down, like, it's just going to be like pounding your guys' ears like crazy. That one had some flavor to it. Jesus. Ugh. I never did get to watch Infinity War this weekend. Bought it with the intention of, like, maybe we could all sit down as a family together and watch it. And I was like, we had other stuff to do. We watched it we saw it in theaters, but I'm sad to say that Ant-Man and the Wasp was the first Marvel movie in a very, very long time that we did not actually get to see in theaters. Deadpool 2, I didn't get to see there. Deadpool 2, I should say. Not that it's an official Marvel Universe movie yet, but... Alright, maybe the choices weren't that bad. Some of them aren't great, but some of them aren't bad. I have to sort of chuckle. It's not really chuckle so much as it is a bit of worry, but at the same point, not really. Like, I don't know how to explain the sensation really. My daughter posted something. She sent me a text message. I've already posted it, but of her new assignment. She works at the Phillies like I used to, and she sent me something the other day about how she's in a spot where she's concerned about being what they call red teamed. They have a group of people. The Phillies hired a group of people that their entire job is to try to sneak shit into the ballpark and to sneak into places of the ballpark where they are not supposed to be. That's literally what they're hired to do. And it's supposed to be like the security, like kind of protocol thing or whatever. The problem I have when it comes to the idea of this thing, and they did it. I mean, the year I was there, I don't think I ever got red teamed. I might have. I don't remember. Because if I did, and they actually spoke to me about it, it was kind of like, oh yeah, I don't care, kind of. I mean, the way I look at it is this: like, look, their job is to sneak down. Okay, that's their actual job. So, and they've done this at countless ballparks, and like these guys are trained to do this. They're trained to wait for moments when the host is going to be distracted. They're trained to, take every opportunity they can to fuck you over, is basically the way it is. And I have a lot of problems with that. Besides the point that, again, their job is on the line if they don't sneak down. That's technically even an argument for another day, because that's not even the half of it. Because they're trained to do this stuff, they know certain things to look for. And I'm going to give some tricks of the trade away, but I guess not really, because I mean, if you haven't realized this, and you're trying to sneak into a ballpark, you're not into the ballpark, but around the ballpark, and you're not really trying that hard. Like, if you wanted to sneak somewhere, you wait till the hosts are distracted. It's not that hard. Like, right? I mean, like, you're going to wait till, or even you force a situation. Again, in this case, these guys work as teams. They don't go in one person and that's all who try to sneak down. They go in as a team. So, okay, you got 3-4 guys, okay, or whatever, trying to sneak down. Here's what you do. You tell the one to go up and ask, you wait till the hosts go on, the first hosts go on break. All right, because they go on break, at some point. So they split up. Now, so one host goes on break, the other stays there. Okay? All right, not too hard to figure out. You want to wait till then. All right. So you learn that point because the Phillies are pretty consistent with it. When their employees go on break. Then you get one of your guys to ask a question. Excuse me, Miss Hostess or Mr. Host, how do I find the bathroom? Simple as that. Oh, okay, well, the bathroom's down there. Where's, okay, go down here, you make a right, whatever. Meanwhile, as the host is doing that, who's now no longer got a partner to watch their ass on the other side of it, your buddies, and they're down with the rest of the crowd that went past that, were mostly people that the host probably recognized and saw, several times before in the day. They go down, they sit down, whoop, and now they're in. And now you, the host, who let them down, even though you didn't really let them down, you were purposely distracted from someone else, are fucked. You're in trouble. I was like, that's kind of crap. I'm just... And, like, I mean, I get why they do it. I know what they want to do. But at the same point, like, if you're that hard up on trying to make sure that everything is 100% exactly, impossible for these guys to do. Every section has to have at least 3 hosts, period. Never less. You know, um, you can't run the risk of any callouts. You have to make sure you're overstaffed so that if any callouts happen, you have enough. And callouts happen a lot more than even the backups that they normally keep. So, but you've got to surpass that now, because if you want to do what they want to do, you can't have any section that has less than 3 hosts. That's period. That's first absolute. You're going to have to do that. And that's going to cost a lot more money than they want to pay. The next thing you got to do, like I said, is quite literally as a host, you would have to, if a normal guest, not even one of these assholes that are trying to sneak in, that are paid to sneak in. Normal guest comes up, where's my seat? And you as a host would have to be like, okay, your seat is on this. Excuse me, wait for excuse me, tickets. Excuse me, tickets. Like, as you're trying to explain to one person how to get to their seat, you have to stop every single person, and you never get to say, what you eventually want to say to the person, because having worked there all these years, let's see, you've got 40 rows with an average of 20 seats, I think, for the downstairs sections where they like to try to sneak into, because that proves that they're doing their job. So how many seats is that? I'm not going to do the math in my head because I'm listening to music in my head and I'm trying to talk and I'm a moron. Yeah. What, 800 seats average, right? We'll just say 800 in a single section. So you got 800 people potentially, especially now that they're winning. They're sell out more. You got 800 people. You have to stop every fucking time somebody wants to sit down. You have to, or ask you a question. You've got to stop 800 people potentially to answer that one person's question until that question's answered. I guarantee you there will be riots at that ballpark if that starts happening. I remember I had to tell a guy once just to sit down and stop yelling at the people 3 sections over that he supposedly knew, because it was interrupting everybody else around him, and the guy screamed at me about how rude it was that I would interrupt him. I then cautiously and quietly explained to him that I would toss his ass out if he did it again, and he better sit down and shut up the rest of the game. There were some nice things about that job. I do miss. See, my job that I normally do, people give me shit and I have to, yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am, whatever, I have to take it the whole way. The Phillies, 9 times out of 10, the person giving you the shit to you is a drunk moron. And so you can just toss their ass. Out you go! Bye-bye! Thank you for your money for your ticket, Mr. Customer. Won't lie, there's always a rush when you're tossing somebody. I was pissed off when one of my first games was a Mets game. And this group of drunk morons, they were drunk before they even got to the ballpark, right? And they come stumbling up the steps of the 300 level, this area that they refer to as the war zone. And they're up there, and their one friend looks like shit. He looks bad, all right? And so then he starts running down the steps, and he yaks all over the steps. On the way down, he's all the way down the steps, and he gets to the trash can, and he starts, spewing. His buddies follow him. Oh, look at these dogs puking, kill shit. All right. So I got the buttons or whatever, I hit them, and I'm like, all right, Jack, I want their asses tossed. And security and the cops come over, and they were New York City cops, and they were badged them, and they were allowed to stay. I believe I quietly explained to them, too, after that, because the one came up, I'm sorry about that, I'm sorry. I'm like, yeah, I don't give a shit whose badge you have next time. I will throw you out myself. I will drag you out of this ballpark if I have to. I was like, get that under control right now. I was new. It was kind of like almost in the I'm so new that I don't even care. Because, you know, I can go get... At the time, I had worked for Sears during the winter seasons. So really, I could just go back to Sears and say, hey, I want to start selling electronics again. It'd be cool. So I had no issues with fucking telling those guys. That was also the... it wasn't the Mets playing at the time. It was it was one like the On Deck series. I guess it was was it Tampa Bay? Maybe it was the Mets. Maybe they were on deck that year. I have to double check it. I can't remember who it was. It doesn't really matter because what really stuck out to me was the guy who dropped his baby. And that was unique. That was like, it was probably my second game. It was a day game. Like I said, it was On Deck series. What they do, which was just, it's On Deck series are just spring training games that are brought up here to Philadelphia so they can sell more tickets. And because they could hold more people than they can in Clearwater. Can't argue about it. I mean, it used to, yeah. Only downside is normally it's freezing. That one was very warm actually, but I don't remember exactly what time of the day, like when in the game it happened. It was pretty late in the game. Because back then the Phillies sold out so much, they had a lot of times where people would sit, together, but they were apart by a row or something. In other words, like the family might have row 2 seats 18, 19, 20, or whatever, and then have row 3 18, 19, 20. So they could kind of group it together as best they could. So that's what the case was with this one. Was they had a family of people that were sitting together, and the father had definitely had a few, and he's holding a baby that was probably 2 months, maybe old, maybe. Right, still very alien-like. Like you know what I mean? I'm a good parent, aren't I? To all my kids, look at the little aliens. Anyway, this is a lot better when the face cam was here. So the father's holding the thing, and I guess he went to go hand it back to the mother who was sitting in the row behind them. Thankfully, up at the 300 level, the seats are so highly stacked that when the father dropped the infant, trying to hand it back to the mother, it didn't fall very far, a couple inches, which is good. I don't know what happened to the infant because the mother picked up the child, screamed probably the greatest blue streak of profanity I've ever heard in my life, and bolted. And never came back to the ballpark. Or never came back to her seat, at least. Let's put it that way. The father, very concerned, turned around, went, continued to drink his beer. That was unique. That was, like I said, one of my first games, and at that point I was just like, dude, I am jaded. There's nothing in this ballpark can shock me again. Not one single fucking thing has happened ever since then that I can say I was legitimately stunned by. I was skeeved out one night when we had a bunch of I don't know if they were termites or flies or what, ants or something maybe. They were just it was like a weird infestation that happened one night, and it was just like they were all over the place. I mean, tons of them. I had a video of it on my phone for a while. I don't know if I still have it or not. It was just disgusting. It was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. I've never been skeeved out by anything there before. I mean, I've had people puke in my rows. Like I said, that first guy even, whatever, the Mets game. I had another one, an old, lady was sitting there so drunk she was, well, literally all over herself, all over the rows. But these bugs skeeved the shit out of me. Because there were so fucking many of them. And they all seemed to be, like, coming to my section. I'd follow them around, like, thankfully it was, like, when the ballpark was rather slow and empty, and I was up in the, not the Warzone 300s, but the other 300s. And there was a difference in kind between them. I was just looking at these bugs. I started walking, following their path, trying to figure out where the hell they were coming from. They're all cornered up in the one, overlook that looks down the third base gate. It was foul. It's absolutely foul. And apparently the ballpark operations is like, yeah, they come every year. It's just a migrating time or whatever. And goes or whatever. So they'll be gone in like 2 days. I'm like, you don't want someone up here spraying or something? I don't know what the hell these things are, but like, any infestation's pretty terrible, right? Like, I've ever, but there's, I guess I ended up reading about them again. I can't remember if they were like flying ants or flying termites, but whatever. It was a specific breed, and basically it's just fucking time. Like, that's all it was. They were all there to fuck, and they, those that don't get to fuck will basically sit there and die. And those that got the fuck went off and made little babies. Disgusting bugs. The beauty of nature. The monkeys, they don't do it. They make love. I don't know. It says there's 3 viewers right here. I think I should make a challenge. Anybody tell me what that's from? Without Googling it. No Googling it. Going on an honor system here. I'll think of a prize or something. The monkeys, they don't do it. They make love. And you can't be my daughter. My daughter knows, and I know that, so. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. No answers. Alright. Guess I should have told you there was a timer. Gotta make sure nobody Googles, that's all. It's from The State. One of the funniest shows that MTV didn't keep around. Like, I still freak out whenever I see somebody from The State, even though they've been all doing stuff for years now and other things. Reno 911 was a big one for, like, half the crowd, basically. I mean, that was at least half of that cast was from The State. Was it Michael Ian Black, and who else was it? It was part of the show Reaper, even though it didn't last long either. The State was a gift, man. Unfortunately, like I said, nobody realized it when they had it. Barry and Levon stick their asses in $280 worth of pudding. And the only downside, if you get the Blu-rays or whatever, or DVDs, I don't think they ever did a Blu-ray of it. Be a lot cooler if they did, but if you get the Blu-rays of it, goddamn it, again, the DVDs of it, the downside is they had to edit out all of the music that I guess MTV had pure license to put on their shows, but they didn't have the license to put out on DVD with their shows. So there's little things, like I said, Barry and Levon. All right, so it was, they had usually had Barry White playing. Can't, that's gone. There's a famous sketch where Michael Ian Black needs to get pants. He's walking around, and they're playing Cannonball from the Breeders, and they can't play it. It's just, and it's a weird little thing. It's just like one of those things where it's like, if you knew it, if you saw it originally, you miss it because it was just, the music was part of it, I highly recommend the Pope sketch. It's an Italian family. They wanted everything to be so nice for the Pope to show up at a restaurant or whatever, and all hell breaks loose. It's very funny. And one of the best parts about it to me is that at the time it was Pope John Paul II was still the Pope, and they just ignored that, and it was Michael Ian Black. And, that's all. Very end of the sketch. That's all. Very funny. There were a bunch of shows. It's funny, all the good shit on MTV, or really, there's a bunch of stuff. I don't know. I guess it just never found their audience. Like I was certainly the audience, not specifically just talking MTV shows, but some of these ones I'll mention are, because again, nobody's talking. So what the fuck? The Syphil and Ollie show was another good one that I don't think anybody ever really got. Though it did do a couple seasons. It's just, I don't know. I think it was a show that MTV sort of forgot they had on. And so they just let it go. And then they were like, wait, what the fuck is this thing with the sock puppets? Or maybe because it was sock puppets, their production level, their costs were so low that they didn't give a shit. So, I mean, it was beautiful stoner comedy, and I wasn't a stoner, but I found it hilarious. Their best part was A Word with Chester, which Chester was another one of the sock puppets they had there. I mean, everything was pretty much entirely sock puppets. Like, Syphil and Ollie themselves were not inherently funny. Like, they were always, like, almost their own straight men on this show. I mean, they'd have, their songs were good. They'd have little crazy, wacky songs. You may have heard one on here when I've sung along to My United States of Whatever. That's from their show. But the... this is definitely now starting to look like something. I don't know what it's looking like, but it's starting to look like something. The what other good? But like they'd have like The Word with Chester was always great. They'd have Precious Roy, who was like a QVC type channel, and Syphil and Ollie were the guys selling you the shit on the channel. But then at the end you'd always have Precious Roy, buy my stuff. You're all morons, like stuff like that. I don't know. It does help that this show was also on at like 2 a.m. So like, usually what was happening is like the band and all would be done, band, like we'd be done practice because we practiced at my buddy Bill's house at like 9:30. Yeah, and we'd go out to usually Denny's because nobody was over 21 except for me. And we'd go bowling or something like that for a while, and then it's like by the time we were all done, we'd go home and like, you know, you still turn on the TV a little bit and watch the finale. Fingers are funky looking. I want you to take me out. I move the sky. I move the sky. I'm on. Take me out. Oh, I'm gonna touch that one up a little bit too. Just want to get like some subtle little moments in here, just little things. I know I won't be leaving here. I know I won't be leaving here with you. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Don't feel like George. Ain't that fucking kinda hard on you? So hard when it's not. Brothers be like George. Ain't that fucking kinda hard on you? It was hard when it started. Gonna be hard when it get through. I said somewhere funky of you. Can I be funky too? That thing. I'm so hard. So hard. Brothers be like George to you. Be like George, ain't that funkin' kinda hard on you? Say it's hard when it started, be hard when I get through. And it lands that out. Shit. I'm doing things. And it's hard to get right me. To be too funky too. And they stupid watch get up on you. It's hard when it started. Could be hard when I get through. Buzz be hard. It's hard to be good. Be like George, ain't that funkin' kinda hard on you? It's hard when it started, gonna be hard when I get through. Buzz be like George, ain't that funkin' kinda hard on you? It was hard when it started, gonna be hard when I get. That funkin' kinda hard on you. I was hard when it started. Gonna be hard when I get through. Be like George, ain't that funkin' kinda hard on you? It was hard when I started. Gonna be hard when I get through. Be like George, ain't that funkin' kinda hard on you? It's hard when I started. It's gonna be hard when I get through. when it started, hard when it gets through. Brothers speak my heart on you. Hard when I get through. Brothers speak kinda hard on you. Fucking kinda hard on you. Crush on me. Ain't nothing but a dog, baby. Ain't fucking kinda hard on you. Alright. Let's see, how's it looking? Let me get back over there. My wife laughed at me the other night. She goes, "You got paint on your phone." I'm like, yeah? It's funny how that happens. It's weird how that happens when you're painting, isn't it? Ain't that a thing? Ain't that about a bitch? Fucking kinda hard on you. Fucking kinda hard. Hard when I started. Gonna be hard when I get through. Brothers be like George. Ain't that fucking kinda hard on you? Like George. Ain't that fucking kinda hard on you? It's hard when you started. Gonna be hard when I get through. Ain't that fucking kinda hard on you? It's hard when I started. Gonna be hard when I get through. Won't lie, I get a little concerned again. If anybody was here before, I mentioned the fact that, my patron for this commission he'd been in Ireland, and it concerned me because he hadn't mentioned anything about it. But he hasn't mentioned anything about it since I started, since he's been back. He commented on a few, and then he sort of stopped on my page. And the word was without light. The new beatitude. Fuck luck. You're on your own. Boom, 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 boom. Blessed are the fornicates. May we bend down to be their horse. Blessed are the rich. May we labor to deliver them more. Blessed are the idiots. Blessed are the rabble, the vain. Blessed are the rebellious. May they feast us to famine and war. What of the pious, pure of heart, the peaceful? What of the meek, the mourning, and the merciful? All doomed. All doomed. Behold the new Christ! Behold the same old forerunners! Gather at the altar rain, a new beginning, new word. And the word was death, and the word was without light. The new beatitude, good luck. One of the myriads, the pure of heart, the peaceful. One of the meek, the mourning, and the merciful. All righteous, one of the charitable, one of the intrusive, the beautiful, the decent. Doomed are the poor, doomed are the merciful, doomed are the weak, doomed are the merciful, for the word is now death, and the word is now without light. The new beatitude, fuck you! Fuck you! You're on your own! Am somebody. You are somebody. I is somebody. If he loses every case that he makes. A doctor is somebody. Though he gives out the wrong remedy. I may not have muscles to wear on my feet, but I may not have the dumps of that weight. Tell you I am somebody. Rebellion, human is somebody. Man of society, what you be? Without everyday people like you in. Watch me make it. Watch me make it. And I'm making. I am somebody. You are somebody. I'm somebody. Before he ever started in Washington, and Bobby was somebody. Before he swept the president began, he may not have a dice to the little head. So on your back, maybe nothing but threads, but you are somebody. Every man is somebody. There's more than every man. Give him a strength and give him a chance. And sure, you understand. Make it alright. Watch me make it. Watch me. Watch me make it. I'm gonna make it. So I am somebody. You are somebody. I am somebody. You are somebody. Alright, let's see what we got. Let's see. What do you think? Starting to look like a... Looks like a bit of a wet road. And sure that you understand. You can make it. Watch me make it. Say, watch me make it. Gonna make it. I am somebody. You are somebody. 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 Yeah, I am. I'm gonna make it. So this is where it really becomes important to have these big blobs of color, because for me, that's why I can keep going back into it and bleeding that well. You know? I hope this is becoming visible. So I know these cameras suck, and I will, hopefully after this. Because like I said, it depends. If he's got to like it, right? So if he doesn't like it, then he doesn't pay me. So hopefully he likes it. Otherwise, I got to put it in my collection for paintings that, you know, try to sell that never sell. I hope I could find a fucking gallery. That's one problem I'm having. You are somebody. I am somebody. You are somebody. I am somebody. Hey, that'll do it again. Yeah. Hey, said you were my friend. Hey, turn me upside down. Oh, hey. Feeling so down. Hey. You made a fool of me again and again and again and again and again and again. Yeah, okay, we're not finishing this one tonight. I can tell you that. I mean, obviously, if you can't tell that. Hell, I'll be honest, just because I don't know what the time's going to be like tomorrow, we might not finish this tomorrow either. But that kind of works out again. I'm not, I didn't pad this on purpose. It's just, this has been fighting me. This really has. I've been having issues with this. And now I think it's just starting to hit what I wanted it to look like. Didn't say it was okay, no, no, no. You made it. I can't see what it looks like to you guys under the preview here. I'm hoping it looks okay. Sort of see it, not really. It's just that the understanding here is that basically everything I do over here, I got to do over here too, because there's going to be part of the yellow house, reflecting back. Yeah, this is making it a little better. Make it feel a little more like a wet road. Gives it a little more umph. And I'd rather it be better than done. You know what I mean? I think that makes sense, right? That's not something crazy and stupid to say. I do that enough, but I don't think that's one. I'd rather I feel like I did everything I could to make it look good. It's bad enough I consider all my paintings train wrecks anyway. So. Yeah. 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 Generals gathered in their masses, just like witches at black masses. Evil minds that plot destruction, sorcerer of death's construction. In the fields the bodies burning, as the war machine keeps turning. Death and hatred to mankind, poisoning their brainwashed minds. Oh Lord, yeah. Politicians hide themselves away. They only started the war. Why should they go out to fight? They leave peril to the poor. Yeah. Time will tell them they have powered minds, making war just for fun. By the way, is anybody else having this issue with Twitch? If there's anybody else on here that broadcasts, or if you follow, and you follow me, or follow anybody else at all, I'm not getting the notifications I used to. And I know they said something like if I'm on Twitch, they'll give me notifications from Twitch, or if they're on my app, that I'll get them that way. But I haven't gotten any. So either everybody I follow stop broadcasting, which I know is not true, or something's fucked up, and it may be just my phone, or my account's fucked up, or I don't know. And they've gotta struck the hour. Day of judgment, God is calling. On their knees, the war pigs crawling, begging mercies for their sins. Satan laughing spreads his wings. Oh Lord, yeah. Whoa. I won't lie, I always do get nervous with commissions. Even when there are people like even Mike and Bill, like, that have known me and known my painting style for years. Like when they commissioned me to do their dogs, it was like, I always get nervous. Like I'm waiting for someone to go, okay, that's great. Why are they in little dashes? Like I don't know. Like I wanted you to paint it, but I wanted you to paint it in another style. I was getting nervous about that. Pass the time away, then talk about their home. And there's a girl in a harbor town, and she works laying whiskey down. There's a brandy, fetch another round. They sell them whiskey and wine. The sailor said, Brandy, you're a fine girl. What a good wife you would be. But my eyes could steal the sailor from the sea. Brandy wears a braided chain from the finest silver from the north of Spain. A locket that bears the name of a man that Brander loved. He came on a summer's day, bringing gifts from far away, but he made it clear he couldn't stay. No harbor was his home. The sailor said, Brandy, you're a fine girl. What a good wife you would be. But my life, my love, and my lady is the same. And I tried to tell my wife that, sort of like this, that, not the sea, but, my life, my love, my lady are my artwork. And she told me, that's nice. Trash is due out tomorrow. Get your shit out there. Not the paintings, but just, take the trash out. She didn't say that. That's never happened. Like, my life's boring. I gotta make up stories about my wife. It keeps me entertained. My love and my lady is the sea. Brandy, you're a fine girl. What a good wife you would be. Took up too much of that one. My love and my lady is the sea. Oh, that's just about it, isn't it? Shit. I really thought I'd be near this, at least near finished. There's a lot more left. I don't think this is getting done even tomorrow. God damn it. I got too anal about stuff and now I'm fighting it and I'm gonna... Ugh. Alright. The creative soul wants what the creative soul wants, and so unfortunately this is what has to happen now. So it's going to be all these little shits that need to come in now and come to play to make it work. Get a little extra time with me because I don't turn off Bach, so... Or not, let's put it this way, I don't turn off violin and voice, let's put it that way. Got a weird thing for German opera. I used to have the Flitter Mouse in my Amazon Music collection because I had it on my iPod, but my iPod died many years ago. Just stopped taking a charge. The thing was when I put it on shuffle with Amazon Music, it kept playing the Flitter Mouse, J.S. Strauss. I was like, okay, I don't know why you keep. What was really weird is when it played all the musical parts, it played like all the talking bits 9 times out of 10. So I'd hear, I shall find this as freedom. Yeah, like, if you've listened to that recording, it's the Bavarian orchestra. You know what I'm talking about, you know. I'm sure it's like a part for the role, so probably all versions of it. The one character. Anyway, I sound like all stupid now. I don't speak a fucking lick of German, so it's... They're offering German classes at work. I basically flipped it off because, again, it's associated with that fucking place. I don't like to do it. Anyway, I know my anger at this point has gotten to the point where it's towards them is basically no longer... Yeah, like, I do stupid shit now in relation to it. But that's okay. Because I do believe at least my anger is justified. I gave them my sanity, and they said it wasn't enough. And it's funny, I know they want me to leave as much as I want to leave, but I can't seem to find a way out. What I don't think they're prepared for is the bombshells that will fucking hit when I eventually shuffle off this mortal coil. My kids are under instructions to release those journals. When my art's popular, let's put it that way. So it might be my grandkids doing it. Who knows? Alright, sorry Lady of Rage, you do get turned off. I mean, I don't really want to, but it's time to close it up. Rough and stuff with my afro puff, yay! Oh, with you bad. I rock rough and stuff with my afro puff, yay! With you bad. I rock rough and... Channel kicking up dust. Loosen up my bra strap. Oh, I got paint all over my... I'm going to quick hit all a lot. Hold on. Because I got paint all over my fucking keyboard. Alright, so it's, just put my hand in a big glob of it. It is that time. I gotta call reps. One solo. Alright, so, like I said, I was hoping to be near finished tonight. Or actually hoping to finish tonight, but that's not going to happen. We got stuff to do. We got a lot of stuff to do. Because, I mean, that and just that little bit was like 3 hours worth of work here. So, I don't see, because I know tomorrow is likely to be a very short day, because, well, normally I try to start at 9-ish. I can't be sure what will be happening tomorrow because my son's karate belt tests tend to run long. So that means that there's a good shot that we will be late coming in here. So it's likely, it's got to be able to be finished by Wednesday. But that's a new problem. Because if I can't finish it tomorrow night, there's probably not enough to do a full episode on Wednesday. So I'm going to have to figure something out between now and then. Because I like to keep my hours, one way or another. This keeps me focused. So, believe it or not, it's random as my thought process tends to be. So, I will see you guys tomorrow night, whenever the hell I can get in here. I'll try to keep you updated as best I can through my, my son's going through his karate stuff. So, we'll catch you tomorrow.